What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host Donovan Quick. Before we get started today, I do want to say thank you guys for all the love on the previous video with Zach Sealer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on the video in the comment section down below. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we will be releasing merch. So help us help you. Today we're going to be doing 5 things that we learned from the Dolphins' loss to the Jaguars in the final preseason game, and we'll get right to it. Number 5, it's a great thing that we signed Zach Sealer to an extension today, because the defensive line looked god-awful against the Jaguars' run game. It was just like, yeah, we stacked it with light boxes. I watched a little bit more of the film today. We had light boxes there, so it kind of helped them, 5-on-4. But the linebackers got in there, not able to really make a tackle, but they got a heavy push against us. And so signing Zach Sealer, our big run stopper right there in the middle, is going to be a huge help going forward. Because our depth at run defense is kind of questionable. Pass defense, every single time that we saw them on the pass rush, it was fine. Like, nothing really jumped out to you besides the starters, but it was there, it was good, it was consistent. Run game was not consistent, was not good, was not there. So signing Zach Sealer to that extension, huge bonus. Number 4, Connor Williams needs to learn how to snap the damn ball. We cannot be having a 2nd and 25. We cannot be having our quarterback, who is concussion prone from last year, given he's not actually concussion prone, but you know what I'm saying, running back 15 yards, jumping on the ball, and having a 300-pound defensive lineman jumping on top of him trying to get the same ball. And guess what? Quarterback is not protected in that instance because the ball is free. It's a loose ball. So he's not protected. So Connor Williams, you need to get your shit together, because we need to be able to run this offense out of both under center and in shotgun. So hopefully he gets that together, because that was just god-awful. I mean, that just stalled that entire first drive, which we saw was actually doing something productive, and took away at least half a drive of what we could have seen from Tua. Because he played 2 drives. That was, one of the drives, if you even want to call it that, after it stalled out because of that stupid-ass snap. Number 3, whoever is playing CB2 opposite of Xavier Howard, it seems pretty clear that Kader Kohou is going to be in the slot. Whoever is going to be that CB2, CB3, that's going to be a great competition there. Eli Apple, we saw him only play a couple of drives. He just plays such soft coverage. Like, I never really watched him too closely before the Dolphins, but he plays such soft coverage, and that's why he gets burnt a lot. That's why they call him burnt toast. Like, you look at Eli Apple and it's a picture of burnt toast. The reason that is that he plays so far off, and then he just jumps and makes a secure, safe tackle. So, yeah, he's the safe guy that you want, but he's not going to sit there and make a pass breakup. He's not going to sit there and go and grab a hard interception. He's not going to force the defender to fight for the ball unless it's on like a deep route. So, yeah, Eli Apple's not that guy. But then Igbo on the other side, who we've seen improvement throughout the entire offseason, and I've been, singing his praises since last year, saying that he needs more playing time. He went into this game, and we saw a completely different Igbo. It was kind of a flashback to like a year and a half ago, when he kind of plays anxious, and he doesn't trust his instincts. He doesn't trust himself. Like, yeah, he has good coverage, but then he doesn't get his head around the ball. He doesn't trust his instincts to get his head around on that Calvin Ridley play. On previous plays before that, he was kind of playing similar to Eli Apple, very soft in coverage. And I called for him to be a little bit more aggressive. And on the next drive, he was more aggressive. But then that's when the Calvin Ridley catch debate it in the comments, happened. And, he did get a jersey tug, which should have been a pass interference. He just didn't get his head around. When Calvin Ridley turns around, instead of trying to turn himself to go after the ball, he's grabbing Calvin Ridley and panicking. We haven't seen that from him at all this entire offseason. We haven't seen that from him really since before the Steelers game. So I would really like to see him let go of those bad habits and be true back to himself. Cam Smith, we saw him get absolutely torched on one route where he fell for a double move and, led to the long touchdown, like a 73-yard touchdown or something like that. And, he bit on an under. It happens. He's a rookie. That's an NFL move that was put on him. So I don't necessarily, blame him for that, but that's exactly why he's sitting as our CB5 right now. So he's behind Cater, Igbo, and Eli Apple. I think he has the potential to be better than at least Eli Apple and maybe Igbo. I think he's, him and Igbo at their best are very similar to each other. Cam Smith maybe a little bit better. So I would really like to see, him step up, but that cornerback room is going to be tough. Number 2, injuries are tough to watch. Obviously the David Davis injury. Luckily, he is on his way home today. He was released from the hospital. It was just a scary hit, really. He went to reach back for the ball, and this guy came across helmet to helmet, just knocked him out, unconscious. Hopefully, it's just a concussion. No really word on what the actual injury is, but he was released from the hospital this morning after being held overnight for evaluation. He has movement in all his extremities, which is great. Jags fans, be better, by the way, because y'all started booing when the game ended. Like, I understand everybody wants to watch football. I want to watch football, but you can't ask a team to really go out there after an injury like that in preseason. Like, you're not talking about, regular season where it matters. And even then, like last year, we saw the DeMar Hamlin stuff that the game became suspended. I think if this was an injury that occurred during a game in the middle of the season, I think it gets played on. I don't think that it would get suspended. But for you guys to start booing because it's suspended, like, it's preseason, guys, get over it. There was 8 minutes left. You guys you're booing about because you want to watch fourth stringers that are not going to make the team anyway play. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Luckily, David Davis is okay. He probably will end up on our practice squad. Hopefully, he will. Hopefully, this isn't a long-term deal. We also saw Savon Ahmed go down. That was another one hard to watch where he got bent backwards from his neck. Another pretty bad illegal hit from the Jaguars. Not really going to call it dirty because it's football. It's bang plays. But yeah, it was not a good hit. Definitely an illegal hit on Savon Ahmed. So hopefully he's okay. So that was... Injuries are just tough to watch. That's, whether you're a player, a fan, anybody, it's just tough to watch. We saw Mike McDaniel get choked up. Now for the last point, the last thing we learned, it's on to Los Angeles, on to the Chargers. We've seen all off season, we've seen training camp, we've seen the preseason games, we've seen some of the starters play 2 series. We now know that, what most of our team is going to look like from at least this past week when most of the starters played. Yeah, we haven't, necessarily had all of our starters in at once. Who really does? But, on to Los Angeles, man. And the Chargers look great all offseason as well. They added, Quentin Johnston to that wide receiver room. So Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston. That's going to be a really tough tough matchup really for everybody. So we'll be going over that preview soon. But guys, what do you guys think about the preseason? What do you guys think about training camp? Let me know how excited you are for football to finally be back, baby. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with all your friends. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we'll be dropping some merch. Deuces.